have not broken a meeting between the elders, which he was present in Chief Alabama's house. It is, you see, that's why, you see, I don't like politicians who are economical with truth. There are things that shouldn't come to the national television to begin to talk about. When to read that, you are not matured. But that's why I said here, can Sheyi in his conscience say this and this and that? Can the governor in his conscience say, no, there was no meeting that was held between himself, speaker, and the leader?
Yeah, there was a...
Would you say that they will never call a meeting of the elders' council? See, look, I'm a politician. There are certain steps you take. There are certain steps you should take that people will know that indeed you are serious about this. Take for example, nobody told me to go and visit the assembly. I have to look, I'm a politician. Assembly, I'm coming to visit you tomorrow to say thank you for your support. I didn't need anybody to tell me that. I didn't need anybody to tell me I come National Assembly this festive period. Thank you. We all work together. I believe we continue to work together. Nobody will tell me as a politician. I call party chairman to say, look, people have been here, giving us support all this while. I know we continue to work together. I don't need anybody to say I should do that. I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody to say, look, to call, look, how are you? This is, I wish you Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year. I don't need anybody to tell me to do that. I mean that things I talk about, whether you are serious, there are steps you take. So when somebody says, the governor, that I'm going to call a meeting, first of all, it behoves on you too. What role have you been playing? It's very laughable.
So this piece did
for example now, just take for example, what stops you to put a call to the speaker? Speaker, how are you? How are you doing the Christmas? I wish you prosperous new year. Do you need me to call a meeting for you to wish them happy new year? Come on. And people like to, that's why I say it depends on what's in your mind. And people also believe that the moment you say you are working for Tinubu, it means that no. I have said, assuming PDP does not have crisis now, how many people would have left PDP? How many people were able to say whether they are PDP or not, I will support Tinubu? So the issue of saying, who? This is the man who the whole Nigerians have known clearly. Ask, how many ministers have been abused the way I'm doing abuse? Why? Everybody knows my stand. Everybody knows my position. It's not hidden. So one says, therefore, who is following Korakana? Who? When you know, you the journalist know, this is Wike's role, what he's been doing. He said he will support president, and he has supported president. I don't think, after, like I said before, after president and the most abused politician, why are they abusing me? Why are they not happy?
So can I say, is it safe to say then that this truce that was achieved this year is now gone to the wind?
I don't know what I do.
And if the governor said he is not going to represent the 2025 budget, because we understand that was also an issue. If he was not going to represent it because the sole administrator had already presented that budget to the National Assembly, and the National Assembly already passed the 2025 budget for Rivers State. If anybody is talking about the budget, it should be 2026. If the governor's argument is along that line, would it not be right?
That's why I'm saying that. See, when you say right, there is no right in politics. Well, politics is give and take. Let me tell you. You see, you must take such a stand when you know you are in control. You don't take high stand when you know you're under control. You don't do that. Nobody does that politics. Okay, take for example, I can tell you this. In 2025, the president was to go and present budget. In 2025 budget. No, 2025. He got intelligence that there are some things moving on in the National Assembly. He shifted it and called the leadership for discussion. And they discussed. And then he moved on to go and present the budget. You cannot say, I will do, I will do. No, nobody does that in politics. Nobody does that. You should know that, see, even if you have the control of the house, you must not take them for granted. What it is, look at the United States, the Congress. They move left, right, and center. The president has to go and lobby, right? It's allowed. It's not the way you say, oh, I must do this. You must say that if you are the one who is totally in charge.
Okay, so just to follow
you
up.
don't do that in politics. It's give and
take.
So there are things that you do underground. Even me, as I'm preparing my 2026 budget, which I will send to Mr. President, and Mr. President will send to National Assembly, I must talk with the House Committee. I must talk with the Senate Committee.
And now that
I'm in charge of FCT.
You've just mentioned the senator or the Senate Committee in charge of the FCT. What about the senator who was elected from the FCT, whose relationship with you has been a bit frosty, since she was elected?
That's again when I say I don't like people who play double standard. You see, politicians should be careful. Why? Okay, let me show you, as if I knew. The senator wrote me a letter.
Senator Ireti King?
Yes, wrote me a letter.
Recently?
Yes. Showing appreciation what I'm doing in Abuja.
This is the Sheyuba Hidden Star.
No, let me tell you. Because I said, let me tell you, this are going to do with $1 million. We insist on reading that letter so that we can destroy what is inside. Look at it. It was dated 14th November 2025. His Excellency, Nyesom Wike City, appreciation for the rehabilitation of Kunene Street Road, Matama. I want to express my appreciation to you and the Federal Capital Development Administration for the recent rehabilitation and fixing of the road in Kunene Street, Matama. On behalf of my fellow residents, please accept my heartfelt thanks and that of the community for your dedication. Listen, for your dedication to service and your continuous efforts in ensuring that Abuja remains a model city. Kindly be assured of my continued collaboration in advancing the development goals of the Federal Capital Territory. Sincerely, Senator Ireti Hiba Kingibi. That's thanking me for my dedication to making sure Abuja remains a model city.
It doesn't remove the fact.
I'm coming to the point.
Yeah.
So if you have that kind of legacy you're talking about, what are we saying? The point is,
just a moment. Just a moment. Are you saying then that you're collaborating with her, or that you're consulting with her?
The point is that it shouldn't be something personal. The only person I should talk about is the president, whom I'm owed a duty, because he is my appointer, who appointed me, right? Now, I relate with the committees. Overseeing the affairs of the FCT. And luckily, she's a member of that committee, right? So, in anything I'm doing for the FCT concerned, I I relate to that committee, which is a member. It's not something personal to say I must have a personal relationship. No. As long as I say we should not reduce governance to that level. The moment I have a relationship with the committee overseeing the affairs of the Senate, of the FCT, and you're a member of that committee, that is enough.
But you heard only recently, the senators were upset. They raised this issue of Abuja being filthy on the floor of the Senate. I'm sure you also heard her contributions.
No, that's not what happened. She raised a motion of urgency. And by their rules, what is urgent here? You see, we should learn how to appreciate when people do this. You have commended me for making Abuja to be a model city. If that is correct, the mere fact that there are 2 areas that you think have not been done well does not generally mean that you are not doing well in Abuja. No. Yeah. And I think people to learn this. But today, look at what Abuja used to be in the past 10 years. Is it what it is today? Which means there's appreciable improvement in terms of security, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of when we came on board, you cannot without security in terms of sanitation. It was bad. And I told you, we never gave us a job. It was given by the previous administration, and you know they are telling how to expert before you can, and then you have to do a procurement, and it is not easy. And by now, you see that there is a change. Yes, before there was, because we had to do new procurement for new people to take over the sanitation matter. And we must be patient. But you cannot have a modern city which you have appreciated me, and then you now go back to say Abuja is first. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay, what makes a modern city? Your Excellency. If a city is dirty, it cannot be a modern city. If there's no infrastructure, it cannot be a modern city. If there's no security, it cannot be a modern city.
All right, that's not answer. That's
yes. Let's go back squarely to 2027 politics.
Yeah.
And you just said that politics will start. You will start politics fully in January.
Yes.
Most people think that what's going to happen in 2027 will be a rematch of 2023. But so much has changed between 2023 and now. Today, APC has well over 28 governors, and your party, at least your nominal party, is in legal coma. The party that appears to be rising is ADC. How much do you rate the chances of that party? Because we also understand that on January 1, Obi will be joining APC formally, ADC formally. And people have said that if the opposition had come together in 2023, they would have had a better chance of defeating the incumbents. So today, how do you rate the chances of what is now the left of the opposition against the president? Do you agree that it will be a rematch of 2023?
No, let me tell you something. It's really unfortunate. I've said it clearly. And whether anybody wants to believe it or not, if there should be any position that will give fight to APC, it should have been PDP.
Yes.
I don't know where you are saying that APC is rising. I don't know where they are rising. Mention the state where they are rising. Mention. You see, I don't like this newspaper politics. Every politics is local. As per the issue of presidency, we have agreed that those who are supporting us. Now look, it's likely that PDP cannot have that chance now to take over the presidency. That does not mean that PDP cannot win a state. That does not mean that PDP cannot win a state. You know, the person, you see, take for example, if I come to River State now, for example, and I say I'm going to support PDP, for example, or PDP is going to give a gubernatorial the tendency is that council chairman, House of Assembly will support that. It's leadership. I've already told you, when people have confidence in you, don't betray it. And that confidence, as far as I'm concerned, you can't just take it away as far as that thing is concerned. You cannot. You can't. You can't. You see, look at the local structure. Who are those who are council chairmen today? Who are the councillors today? So it is difficult, no matter the amount of money you have, for you to uproot that. It is going to be difficult. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's going to be very, very difficult. If our own team says we are going to support you for governorship, you go home and sleep. If we say we won't support you, you have to fight it hard. That's the point we are trying to make. So when I say politics general, let me tell you, why I say so. Next year is a political year. Why is it a political year? Primaries will take place in the various political parties. So as a politician, you have to let everyone listen. We have to organize ourselves. We have to be ready to play this politics now. We are taking 2 years talking about infrastructure in Abuja. We are taking 2 years talking about security in Abuja. We are taking 2 years to talk how do we fix sanitation. Listen, area councils will take place in Abuja in February, right? Do you think, as it is today, that people will win that election in the area council? With what the administration of the president has done, it will be difficult. It will be difficult. What about what?
Labor.
Yeah, see, that's what I've said. But see, for you to win, you must put your house, you know that. It is not easy. And let us tell ourselves the simple truth. See what is happening in Abuja today. Under whose administration is that? It's under the administration of Ahmed Bola. And so people have that sympathy. Well, it is not as if it is PDP. No. Look,
Abuja people don't like voting for the ruling party.
We know that before, because you have to show what you've done. You see, today, why would they vote for the ruling party? When we have not gone to the rural areas to do anything for them. When we have not seen them in the city. Today, go to rural areas. See how the roads are springing up everywhere. Today in the FCT capital, see how the development is going. So why would you guys say that, look, we won't vote for the ruling party?
But you know that there are parts of the elite that are not happy with what is happening in the FCT.
It's natural. It's natural. You can't go and have everybody's happy. I've already told you this.
So how are you measuring the fact that the president will win or that the area councils will go to the APC as a result of what is happening when you know that everybody might not necessarily
how do you measure
developments in the FCT?
How do you support candidates? You support candidates based on what their party are able to do. Let people, whether you like Asuwaju as a person or not, shouldn't be, is what has he done to change FCT.
So for some people it might be what has he done for the FCT, but for some people it will be what has he done for me?
No, you cannot do everything for everybody. It's not possible. Even if he stays there for 20 years, it will be difficult.
But that's a correlation of political
No, please, no, that's not correct. Today, if I'm supporting area council chairman, I have a reason to say, vote for this person. Why would they vote for him? They vote for him because I can count. Governor, see what you have done. Buhari, see what you have done. Abadi, see what you have done. That is the truth. Except you have a personal thing.
No, Your Excellency, let me put it like
no, let me tell you.
You won't even let me loud on the question.
No, you have said elite.
No.
Let me tell you, who are these elites?
Maybe
Land and land administration is a key area of concern in the federal capital.
Yes.
There are feelings that land is being taken arbitrarily and partiality in land and rent administration. And Mope was talking about disaffection. This is potentially an explosive.
Can I tell you that? That's why there are certain decisions you take that will not be palatable to everybody. It has been like that. And when you take a decision that affects the elite, obviously, someone has come to make a change. And that change is affecting you.
Suppose they then make political gains out of that.
Oh, how many of them? How many? Look. Take for example, in the River Park, I've no business People should know what is the history. That is a land that was given under Abasanjo to some Ghanaians who called that Jonathan something. Now they came and said, look, we needed partnership with some Nigerians who will be able to help for approval for the movement. That's how they had the issue of Polo Homes. Polo Homes does not have any agreement with the FCT. No. And unfortunately, that lease agreement had expired. And what we did, in order not to deny Nigerians of that property they got, it's okay. Look, Polo Homes, we have no business with FCT. Jonathan something, not Jonathan as president, sorry, you understand what I'm saying? Jonathan. Now, the agreement you have with FCT had expired. But we must protect Nigerians by other people who already have gotten property. And what do? We give them direct CFOs to protect them. Ordinarily, if we go by the rules, whatever you are doing for the room, we must stand. We must stand. Now, and I said, look, we will cancel the CFOs that the CFO that the Polo Homes has given and give to those Nigerians directly. Let them have their direct CFO, not under this with Polo Homes. No, by law, there's no relationship. But people don't want to hear the truth. Who don't want to hear the truth? I was saying nothing should go ahead again. And the man went to court. He went to court. He has been to what the outcome of the court. He's using that to say, oh, that was developing. Nobody does that. I said the government control Jordan. Go and bring the whole thing down. He can't go to court. And using court to now begin to develop when you don't have the order.
Yes, Your Excellency.
So people should know that it is difficult. The government is not doing it yesterday. The government will not do it today. So many things happen. And you know a lot of us complained. And now you see a government that is taking position to say, look, it can't continue this way. Yes, it will affect you. That's the sense of government. Look at the decision that the president took about the subsidy. It is a strong decision.
Exactly, which is where I was going.
It's a strong decision. Who is benefiting from it? It's at many mistakes.
You've just said the governors.
To have more money to provide infrastructure in the state.
Your Excellency, that's the problem. You see, because a lot of politicians always, or governors, or people with executive power always assume that infrastructure is a thing. While infrastructure is important, the quality of life of Nigerians is even more important. Are they able to eat? Do they have access to health care? What sort of schools do their children go to? These are the things that affect Nigerians.
When you say infrastructure, they like the quality of life. Infrastructure does not only mean doing roads. Infrastructure has to talk about improving the health standards, improving the quality of schools. Today, go and see what's happening in FCT. Is there any improvement in terms of the schools? Yes.
Say that across the states. That's the point.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, that each state has to give account. I am giving account in terms of FCT. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Unfortunately, it's a federal structure where the president cannot, as a school principal, begin to hold the king and flog governors to come and account for extra monies they've gotten since subsidy was
Look.
It's the people of those states that have those
that's what I'm saying. It is the people that will decide. But if you are saying in FCT, can they say that the improvement in terms of change of quality of life? You see, one thing I've always told people, you can also say, for example, if you don't have a good road, that will affect your life negatively.
It certainly will, Your Excellency. Let me concede that to you. It certainly will. But let me also say.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. First thing first. Can you today go to work? How? Yes, because the roads have been opened up. Can you today say there's improvement in terms of our schools? Yes, they are renovating the schools. Can you today say, look, that's quality, what is quality of school?
Exactly.
I'm coming. Infrastructure is only one of the factors. Not only having teachers. No. You can have good teachers without
a good
learning environment. You cannot. You cannot affect. So you cannot say just when you determine to say, oh, you are not doing anything. You cannot say that the government of today is not doing anything in terms of improving the quality of education.
One second. So just to follow up on that, safety is what I want to ask you about, just to follow up on safety. So the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council has its 2025 rankings of the states. The FCT is in the top 5. It's Lagos, Kaduna, Oyo, FCT, and Ogun State. But we talking to entrepreneurs that are there, they've talked about the roads, they've talked about the flyovers, the infrastructure, and they've commended your leadership of that. But they do talk about safety. You see what's going on with the insecurity around the country and so on. So what are you doing to make things more safe for business owners and individuals?
And that is why we're making the environment to be to create an environment for business to move on. That has to do that. You have to improve security. If you don't have good infrastructure, you cannot talk about doing business. You cannot. Maybe you're not right away. Our problem is that we think that these things have to be done at the same time. No. Take first that for government, for infrastructure, for business to improve, there must be good road network. It is very, very critical. It's one. 2, there must be many in terms of security. Have you improved the security in FCT? Would you say no? No, you can't say that.
What about health?
No, that's what I'm saying, but that's what you said here in terms of ranking that Abuja has improved. And that's what I'm saying.
Component of that.
You cannot be ranked and then there's no improvement in the security. You cannot.
What about health?
That's what I'm saying. The only problem about health is that, one, you have provided, first of all, you have to talk about infrastructure in terms of health. You have to talk about it. You have to. Are we doing anything in terms of improving infrastructure in health? Certainly, yes. Yes. But, you see, when you say, you cannot only take one issue. So you have to say, nothing is happening. It must be cumulative. For you to say, Abuja is doing well in terms of business, why are they doing well in terms of business? Because certain parameters are used to judge. So it's not the when you sit down, you say, okay, this is not working. And therefore you conclude that nothing is going on in Abuja. I take people, take things step by step.
Yes.
As it is today, go and see the contract that are awarded in terms of improvement in the schools. Not less than 200 schools, as we speak now, is going on with renovation. In the schools, you don't have good infrastructure. If you don't have the best teachers, it will not work.
Yeah, but Your Excellency, we cannot remove the place of teachers, quality teachers.
That is
quality health
that is the
professionals.
problem you are having. You are saying that, first of all, take it that. Have they taken steps, first of all, to improve the quality of education? And what are those steps? Improve infrastructure in terms of schools. You cannot, I have always told people this, and that is the mistake in assessment. You don't just say, oh, you cannot say things are moving. Well, mean the quality of teachers. No. First of all, you talk about quality of teachers in terms of the quality in terms of training. You cannot say, if you have good teachers and they are not good schools, it will not work.
Can I ask you, how would you measure?
Let's go, because we are running out of time.
Yeah, we need to have some quick takeaways. We have just about 5 minutes.
Left.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. And we need to have some quick takeaways. One is on the issue.
You are asking a question.
Okay, you want to ask?
I thought it was my time to ask.
All right.
We cannot deny that governors have so much money at their disposal now. I know a governor who takes on the average 77 billion naira a month, one of the South governors. What advice do you have for these governors at this time? I also know a governor who admitted that he has done in 2 years what he didn't do in 4 years. In fact, it's the Kwara governor that told me this. So some of them are doing something. But
in what areas do you want to see improvement on their part so that people can feel the impact of this subsidy removal that has brought in some people?
That if the president has made it possible for you to have access to funding, what it means that you have to use such funding to improve the quality of life. How do you talk about quality of life for citizens? You talk about good schools. You talk about good road network. You talk about improvement in health. You talk about agriculture. Yeah, but again, it will be not for you to say that because all these ones have not been done, therefore nothing has happened. It's wrong. I've told people that you have 4 years in office. You've taken 2 years. You still have another 2 years, which means you still have opportunity to change things. So if I have said, look, we have done good roads, we have done renovation of schools, that means we are taking steps to improve the quality of life. When anybody likes it or not, when you talk about assessment, when somebody comes to Abuja, for example, what's the first thing that matters? They'll say, look, Abuja is not changing. Why is it not changing? The roads are bad. When the roads are good, then they give the story as an indicator that, okay, now, things are happening. So I have told you that we have also taken in terms of health, that we have taken number of health that we are trying to renovate and put well and provide good quality of health infrastructure. It's important.
It's very important, but I want to bring things back to Rivers State. In your body language, so far today, you said you cannot say on your mandate we can stand. That gives you, a ticket to join to another party. You said as a leader, you have to not break agreements. You've also said that joining the party means what can you bring, what can you deliver. Does Governor Fubara have your support for a second term in Rivers State? Because it was you that delivered Rivers State for the president in the 2023 elections, and it seems it is you that has the control here. So can you let the Nigerians know that you are both on the same team and he has a second term?
I will always say that there are so many factors you have to take into consideration. Trust is very important. Even if you can provide good road network and you don't have that trust, when you don't have that trust in you, in terms of moving the state forward, it's a factor. It's a factor. Yes, in doing this, take for example, if you can't work with legislature, how can you provide good road network? How can you provide good quality of school? So it requires unity. It requires measure that I must work with the legislature.
Okay, so
and that's why you have seen that at national level, the president knows that there's not only him cannot. He needs the National Assembly to pass the budget for him, to be able to access the funds to work. So if you don't do that, whatever you are thinking is wrong.
So as the leader in Rivers State, in order for us not to be talking about Wike APC, Safe Fubara APC, days after tomorrow, as the leader, what are you going to do differently to ensure that both of you work together, at least for the president?
And with the House.
That's number one. Then two, the January, we heard from Grapevine that you're talking about January is that you are embarking on local government tour. Is it a show of force? What is it really all about? Quickly, because we have just about 8 minutes.
But I've told you here, first of all, that when I say I'm touring local government, the part of it is that thank you for giving us support. We still need their support. But if I ask you, what have you done? As the foreign minister, what have you done? So there must be a synergy. If there's no such synergy between the government and the state level, and the legislature, and the chairman of local government, it does not work.
So we are calling for that synergy.
I've already done that. And that's why I say it is not only...
Are you going to work practically to achieve that?
Having synergy with legislature. Having synergy, and in truth, if you don't just come out on national television, so I'm providing road, we provide the funds for you. It's legislature. Let's not deceive ourselves. You need it's critical. But if you don't work well with the legislator, if you don't, I can never go to the legislator to provide or to have access to those such funds. How do we change the life of the people? And people should tell you the truth.
All right, so everybody's up. No question. Thank you so much. Let me just start from my colleagues. Babajide, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Rutu, I hope it was a very good experience.
Yes, it was fantastic. Thank you.
And Festus as well.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for also coming to find out what we're doing in FCT and what is happening in the state. Whether you like it or not, they are both the signature. They are both.
Yes.
And let nobody go home and deceive you. You cannot do it alone. You require the support. You as a governor, leadership entails that it is for you to know how to relate with the legislature to be able to move the state ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. It's been nice having you.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's the last edition of Media Chat for the year. It's been a very wonderful year. We look forward to events of 2026 as they unfold. The minister has already promised that January is going to be the flag off. We'll see you then. My name is Benga Arulema.
You're watching Arise, the world's standout news channel. Arise News, awards, and beyond.
Calm down. What if I ruin everything? Auntie Amina is coming. Just pass the beef and dawa cubes. No, Hassan! With Mr. Chef, it's a two-finger crush. I am the chef of life. Chef of life with Mr. Chef. This is a true taste of home and culture. Chef of life.
Feel the pulse of the planet. From New York to Nairobi, London to Lagos. Our world is connected. Our stories intertwined. Join us as we navigate the news that shapes our lives. News through the voices that live it, the experts that make sense of it, and the leaders that shape it. Our network of correspondents around the world ensure that you don't miss a thing. Trust us to bring you unfiltered news, deep dives, and powerful conversations. The world never stops, and neither do we. Every second counts, and every story matters. Give us 60 minutes, and we'll give you the world.
Coming soon to over 500 million smartphone users and 1.5 billion voices. Leke, the social platform for the world, out of Africa. By the founders of Arise and This Day Media Group, we're going to be launching with a big bang. A new homegrown social platform born in Africa and built for the world, blending community, culture, and cutting-edge AI. It's fast, culturally rooted, data-friendly, and designed to scale globally. A digital platform for youth, creators, and business. A one-stop shop to connect, share, create, and earn. It's time to end social media imperialism. This is Leke, a voice for all. We go to the lens of the universe to bring you the top stories of the day.
From the breaking news to the big stories,
from Nigeria, across Africa, and the world, we bring a unique perspective.
A Nigerian perspective, an African understanding of global events as they occur.
Politics and policy, people and events.
Thought leaders and newsmakers, innovation, technology, culture, and the arts,
as well as everything else in between.
Every night on Africa's premier news broadcaster, we ask the hard questions and get the answers. Speak to the experts that give the deep insights on issues that shape our world.
Every news night on Arise, the world's standout news channel.
Naira, shillings, China, yen, interest rates are up again. Commodities, bonds and shares. Seize the bulls and mingle with the beers, derivatives and currencies. Help me understand it, please. Finance gurus, the thieves and the tricks. Portfolio is getting thick. Come on, trade. Let your money move with the wisdom. Trade, trade. Let the markets take you there. Stay up to date with business and markets every weekday on the Rights Exchange.
You're watching Arise, the world's standout news channel. Arise News, awards, and beyond.
Well, this is Arise, the world standout news channel. I'm Cynthia Are. Welcome to Newsday. For the next 4 hours, we'll bring you all the day's stories live from Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos, including President Zelensky calls for a nationwide vote on the 20-point US-backed peace plan, with Russia insisting on public approval for a 60-day ceasefire to secure approval for territorial and security arrangements. Plus, China conducts large-scale air, naval, and rocket exercises around Taiwan, warning separatists and external forces as Taipei heightens military alert amid rising regional tensions. And China rejects international recognition of Somaliland, reaffirms support for Somalia's sovereignty, and urges authorities to end separatist activities. We'll have details in just a moment. Our top story. United States President Donald Trump says Ukraine and Russia are closer than ever before to a peace deal following talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. The meeting came after Trump held what he described as an extensive and productive phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin as Washington intensifies diplomatic efforts to end the nearly 4-year war. Despite the optimism, both leaders acknowledged that major obstacles remain, including the future of Ukrainian territory occupied by Russian forces and long-term security guarantees to prevent renewed conflict.
We had a terrific meeting. We discussed a lot of things. As you know, I had an excellent phone call with President Putin that lasted for over 2 hours. We discussed a lot of points, and I do think we're getting a lot closer, maybe very close. So I just want to say we've done very well. We've had discussions on just about every subject, and that includes with President Putin before. And we went into great detail, and we likewise went into great detail today. And it was an honor to have you at Mar-a-Lago and have lunch. I hope you enjoyed the food.
And we discussed all the aspects of the peace framework, which includes, and we have a great achievements, 20-point peace plan, 90% agreed, and U.S.-Ukraine security guarantees, 100% agreed. U.S.-Europe-Ukraine security guarantees, almost agreed. Military dimension, 100% agreed. Prosperity plan being finalized, and we also discussed the sequencing of the following actions. And we agree that security guarantees is a key milestone in achieving lasting peace, and our teams will continue working.
Well, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says the proposed 20-point peace plan to end the war with Russia should be put to a national referendum, underscoring that direct public approval is essential for any comprehensive settlement. Zelensky told reporters that planning a nationwide vote would require a ceasefire of at least 60 days to create a stable and secure environment in which Ukrainians can